What if I told you that real luxury isn't about buying more, it's about owning less? Here's what blows my mind. The average American spends over $18,000 decorating their home, filling every corner with stuff. Meanwhile, Japanese homes worth millions look almost empty. And yet, when you walk into a Japanese space, it feels like a five-star resort. Calm, peaceful, expensive. How? Look, we've been sold a lie. We think luxury means marble countertops, crystal chandeliers, and rooms packed with furniture. But the Japanese figured out something centuries ago that luxury hotels now charge $500 a night for. And I'm going to show you exactly what it is. In this video, you'll learn 5 simple rules that'll transform your home into a luxurious sanctuary without spending a fortune. And rule number 5? It's the secret every luxury hotel uses, but most homeowners completely miss. If you're tired of clutter and ready for real peace, hit that subscribe button, tap the bell, and comment luxury minimalism. Now let me show you why the Japanese have been right all along. Rule 1. The power of empty space. Don't fill every corner. Here's the thing that drives me crazy about how we decorate homes in America. We see an empty corner and we panic. Oh no, there's nothing there. Better put a plant, and maybe a side table, and a lamp, and some books are on the table, and a decorative bowl on the books, and stop. Just stop. We've been brainwashed into thinking that space is wasted space. Like if there's a blank wall, we failed at adulting, so we fill it. We fill every corner, every surface, every wall. And then we wonder why our homes feel cluttered and chaotic, even though we spent thousands making them look complete. The Japanese have a concept called ma. And no, it's not what you call your mother. Ma means the negative space, the pause, the emptiness between things. It's the silence between musical notes that makes the music beautiful. It's the blank space on a page that makes the words readable. And in your home, it's the empty floor and clear walls that make everything else look expensive. Let me tell you about this ancient tea ceremony master in Japan. Guy was legendary. People would travel for days just to attend his tea ceremonies. And here's what made him different. While other masters filled their tea rooms with scrolls, flowers, pottery, decorations, this guy would have one scroll, one flower. That's it. The rest? Empty. And people would stare at that emptiness and feel peace they'd never experienced in their cluttered lives. You know who else gets this? Warren Buffett, one of the richest men alive, and his office is famously sparse. Just a desk, some books, and a whole lot of space. Not because he can't afford stuff, because he understands that clutter costs you mental energy every single time you look at it. Here's what luxury hotels do that your house doesn't. They leave 40% of their floor space empty. Walk into a Four Seasons lobby and what do you see? Space. Lots of it. Your eye has somewhere to rest. Now walk into the average American home, and it's like a game of Tetris where someone tried to fit in just one more piece. The Japanese have this whole philosophy called wabi-sabi, and one of its core principles is kanso, simplicity. Not the fake minimalism where everything is white and sterile and looks like a hospital. Real simplicity, where you eliminate the unnecessary so the necessary can speak. So here's what I want you to do. And I promise this will change how your home feels immediately. Walk through your living room right now. I'll wait. Look at every decorative item, every knick-knack, every photo frame, every decorative bowl, every candle you never light, every vase, every sculpture. Now I want you to remove 30% of it. Yes, 30%. Box it up. Don't throw it away yet. Just remove it. You're going to feel weird at first. But that spot looks empty now. Good. That's the point. Give it a week. Watch how your eye starts to relax when it enters the room. Notice how the things you kept become more beautiful because they're not competing with 15 other things for your attention. And here's the bonus. Create one breathing corner in your home. One section of floor space is empty. Not empty because you haven't gotten around to filling it yet. Intentionally empty. Maybe it's a corner of your bedroom. Maybe it's a section of your living room. Just space. Your brain will thank you every time you see it. Here's the math nobody talks about. Every decorative item you don't buy is money saved twice. Once because you didn't spend it, and again because you don't have to look at it cluttering your space. That cute thing at HomeGoods for $29.99? Multiply that by the 100 other cute things, and you've spent $3,000 on visual noise. There's a reason the wealthiest homes in Japan look almost empty, because true luxury whispers through space. Poverty shouts through clutter, trying to prove something with every corner filled. But that's just the obvious part. What I'm about to say is what makes the difference. Rule 2. Natural materials over synthetic luxury. Buy less, choose better. Because here's where Americans waste the most money, and it kills me every time I see it. We walk into HomeGoods or Target, and we see this beautiful marble coffee table for $149. Looks expensive, right? So we buy it. 6 months later, the fake marble is peeling, the corners are chipped, and it looks cheap. So what do? Buy another cheap one. And the cycle continues forever. Meanwhile, there's a Japanese proverb that says, "The bitterness of poor quality remains long after the sweetness of low price is forgotten." And they're not being poetic, they're being brutally practical. Let me tell you about this Japanese art called kintsugi. When a piece of pottery breaks, instead of throwing it away, they repair it with lacquer mixed with gold. Do not hide the cracks, highlight them with precious metal. The broken bowl becomes more valuable than it was before. Now, why would they do something that seems so backwards? Because they understand something we've forgotten. Natural materials age beautifully. Synthetics just age. Think about it. That real wood table your grandparents had? Probably still beautiful. Maybe even more beautiful with its worn patina and history. That particle board table from IKEA 5 years ago? It's either falling apart, or you've already replaced it twice. Here's what nobody tells you when you're shopping. Real materials are actually cheaper in the long run, but our brains can't see it because we're terrible at long-term thinking. We see $300 for a real wood cutting board and think, that's insane, so we buy the $30 plastic one instead. Then we replace it every 2 years. Over 20 years, we've spent $300 anyway, but we have a drawer full of sad, stained plastic instead of one beautiful piece of wood that's getting better with time. The Japanese don't buy things to impress people. They buy things to last generations. Natural cotton, real wool, solid wood, actual stone, these things improve with age. That synthetic linen look curtain, it'll yellow in 2 years. Real linen? It gets softer and more beautiful every time you wash it. And here's the hilarious part. We spend more money trying to make fake things look real than it would cost to just buy the real thing. Faux marble, fake wood grain, synthetic leather that's supposed to look like real leather. We're paying extra for the privilege of lying to ourselves. So here's your homework, and this is going to save you thousands of dollars over your lifetime. Before you buy anything for your home, ask yourself one question. Will this look better or worse in 10 years? If the answer is worse, don't buy it. If the answer is better, it's worth the investment. Next time you're about to buy something for your home, choose one quality natural material item instead of 3 synthetic ones. Maybe it's one real wood shelf instead of 3 particle board ones. Maybe it's genuine cotton sheets instead of that polyester set and 2 backup sets. The math works out the same, but one choice gives you beauty that compounds, the other gives you trash that accumulates. I know a guy, his grandfather had this wooden dining table, solid oak, built in the 1940s. 70 years old, and it's a family heirloom now. His neighbor has replaced his laminate dining table 5 times in 20 years. Spent more money total, has nothing to show for it, and created a landfill problem. Benjamin Franklin said, "Buy what thou hast no need of, and ere long thou shalt sell thy necessities." He got it. The Japanese got it. Somehow we forgot it in our race to make everything cheaper and faster. One real thing beats 10 fake things every single time. Your wallet knows it. Your home knows it. Your stress level knows it. Only your shopping impulse doesn't know it yet. Wait, there's something you need to pay attention to if you don't want to lose everything. Rule 3. Hidden storage. Everything has a place, nothing on display. Because this is where Instagram has absolutely ruined how we think about storage, and it's costing people a fortune in both money and sanity. You've seen those pictures, right? The beautiful open shelving in the kitchen with the perfectly arranged dishes. The floating shelves in the living room are home to artfully placed books and succulents. The bathroom, with all the pretty jars of cotton balls and Q-tips on display. It looks amazing in photos. You know what it looks like in real life after 2 weeks? A disaster zone that you have to dust constantly. Here's a dirty secret about open storage that nobody on Pinterest will tell you. It's a full-time job. Those influencers with the perfect open shelves? They either don't actually use that stuff, or they have someone who comes in and restages it every day. Meanwhile, you're over here trying to live your actual life, and those open shelves turn into a chaotic mess that makes you feel like a failure every time you walk past them. The Japanese figured this out centuries ago. Walk into a traditional Japanese home, and you know what you'll see? Almost nothing. Not because they don't own things, but because 90% of their belongings are hidden in built-in storage. They only display about 10% of what they own, and it's intentional, beautiful, and rotated seasonally. There's this old Japanese chest design called a tansu. These things are genius. Maximized hidden storage in the tiniest spaces. Multiple drawers, hidden compartments, everything tucked away. The outside? Clean, simple, beautiful wood. Because they understood that visual clutter creates mental clutter, and mental clutter is exhausting. Marie Kondo said something that stuck with me. The space in which we live should be for the person we are becoming now, not for the person we were in the past. And every time you display everything you own, you're living in a museum of your past purchases, instead of a sanctuary for your present life. Here's what drives me nuts. People spend money on decorative storage solutions. You know what that is? It's buying more stuff to hold your stuff. Cute baskets that sit on shelves, displaying the fact that you have too much stuff. At some point, we need to admit that the problem isn't that we need better ways to display our clutter, it's that we have too much clutter. So walk through your house right now and look at your surfaces. Kitchen counters, coffee tables, dresser tops, bathroom vanities. What percentage is actually clear? If you're like most Americans, maybe 20% is clear and 80% has stuff on it. The Japanese flipped that ratio. Their goal, 80% clear surface space, maximum. Here's a test I want you to try, and this is going to be eye-opening. Take half of the stuff you have displayed, not put away, displayed, and put it in a box. Not in the trash, just in a box in the garage or closet. Live like that for 30 days. I'll bet you real money you don't miss 90% of it. You know what you will notice? How much calmer your house feels. How much easier it is to clean. How much more you appreciate the few things you kept out because they're not competing with 20 other things. And please, I'm begging you, stop buying decorative storage boxes. You know the ones I'm talking about. The cute wicker baskets that say, "Organize" in cursive. The fabric bins from Target have the trendy pattern. They're not solving your problem. They're just making your clutter look slightly more coordinated. I knew this family that spent an entire weekend cleaning out their garage, found boxes of stuff they forgot they owned, tools they bought duplicates of because they couldn't find the first one, decor they bought, displayed for a month, then boxed up. They sold it all on Facebook Marketplace and made $2,000. $2,000. Just sitting there, taking up space, creating stress. Here's the rule. If it's not beautiful enough or useful enough to deserve its spot on display, it belongs hidden. Closed cabinets, drawers, and built-in storage. Out of sight, out of mind, out of your stress load. Because the things you own end up owning you. Every item on display is something your brain has to process, clean around, and maintain. Freedom lives in empty drawers and clear counters. But that's just the surface. What's behind it is what will startle people. Leave fear. Shakkei, borrow the view. Nature is free luxury. And this is the one that makes me want to shake people. You know what most Americans do? They spend thousands of dollars on artwork for their walls while blocking their windows with heavy curtains and furniture. It's like buying a TV and then covering it with a painting of a TV. Let me blow your mind with some Japanese wisdom that's about to save you serious money. There's this concept called Shakkei. It literally means borrowed scenery. Ancient Japanese garden designers figured out that you don't need to own a mountain to enjoy looking at one. You just need to frame it properly. So they designed gardens that made distant mountains look like part of the garden. Genius, right? They borrowed the view. Now here's where it gets good. Those millionaire homes in Kyoto, giant windows, minimal window treatments, sometimes just bare glass. And what are they looking at? Trees, sky, gardens. Sunlight moves across the day. The view changes every season, every hour, every minute. That's artwork that costs exactly $0 and never gets boring. Meanwhile, we're over here spending $500 on a painting of a beach that never changes, hung on a wall next to a window we covered with $300 curtains. Because, why? Privacy? During the day, when you're home alone? Come on, here's a fact that should change how you think about windows forever. Homes with good natural light are valued 10 to 15% higher than identical homes without it. That's not opinion, that's real estate data. Natural light literally increases your home's value, but we block it like it's our enemy. Benjamin Franklin used to say, "Early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise." You know why that worked? Because people live by natural light rhythms. Your body knows what time it is based on light. When you block natural light with heavy drapes, you're fighting your own biology and then wondering why you feel tired and depressed. But here's what really gets me. We'll drop $2,000 at HomeGoods on wall art, decorative mirrors, and accent pieces, while our windows, which provide free, changing, living artwork, are treated like afterthoughts. We put furniture in front of them, cover them with heavy fabric. It's like we're allergic to the one luxury element that nature gives us for free. Luxury hotels understand this. High-end resorts spend ridiculous amounts of money maximizing views, floor-to-ceiling windows, sheer curtains that filter light without blocking views, strategic furniture placement that draws your eye outside. They know that a view of nature is worth more than any artwork they could buy. So here's what you're going to do this week, and this will cost you $0. Pick one room in your house, just one. Rearrange the furniture to maximize the window view. Move that couch that's blocking half the window. Relocate that bookshelf that's eating up natural light. And if you've got those heavy blackout curtains in your living room, ask yourself honestly, do you really need them during the day? Next investment. Replace one set of heavy curtains with simple linen or bamboo shades. You'll save $200 to $500 per room compared to those fancy drapes you thought you needed. And here's the bonus. Linen filters light beautifully, giving you privacy without creating a cave. Then, add one mirror opposite your biggest window. Not because you need to check your hair, because mirrors double your natural light and make your space feel twice as big. One well-placed $50 mirror does more for your room than a $500 chandelier ever will. And instead of buying another piece of wall art, put a quality plant near that window. A real one, not a fake one. It'll clean your air, look beautiful, and change with the seasons. Plus, it's way cheaper than art that pretends to be nature. I know a couple who removed all their wall art, every single piece, and just framed their mountain view with minimal window treatments. Guests would walk in and ask, "Who painted that landscape?" They'd laugh and say, "God, I guess," and it was free. Nature is the cheapest decorator and the most expensive luxury combined. You just have to stop fighting it and let it in. It sounds simple, but the hardest part is what's about to be told next. Rule 5. Seijaku, Quietness by Design, the luxury hotel secret. And this is the one that nobody talks about, but once you understand it, you'll never look at your home the same way again. You know that feeling when you check into a nice hotel? The second you walk into the room, something just feels different, better, more expensive. You can't quite put your finger on it, but everything seems calmer, more peaceful, more luxurious. You think it's the fancy sheets or the nice furniture or the complimentary chocolate on the pillow. Wrong. It's the silence. Luxury hotels spend up to 30% of their construction budget on something most people never consciously notice: sound dampening. Soft closed drawers that don't slam, solid core doors that click shut instead of rattling, thick rugs that absorb footsteps, heavy curtains that muffle outside noise. They're not doing this to be fancy. They're doing it because they know something that most homeowners don't. Silence is the most expensive luxury you can buy. The Japanese have a word for this: Seijaku. It means stillness, tranquility, the kind of deep quiet that lets your nervous system actually relax. Traditional Japanese tea houses were designed with every single element chosen for quietness: soft materials, careful construction, intentional acoustics, because they understood that your brain is processing every single sound in your environment, whether you realize it or not. Here's what blows my mind. We'll spend $50,000 renovating a kitchen, but we'll buy the cheapest hollow core doors that sound like drumheads every time they close. We install hardwood floors wall to wall because they look expensive, then wonder why our house echoes like a gymnasium. We get metal blinds that rattle every time the AC kicks on. And we don't even notice because we've gotten used to living in constant low-level noise pollution. Studies show that chronic noise exposure increases stress hormones, raises blood pressure, and decreases overall life satisfaction. You know what that means? Your rattling cabinets and echoing floors are literally making you stressed, and you don't even know it's happening. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." Beautiful thought. But it's a lot easier to find that quiet soul when your cabinet doors aren't slamming every time you close them. Here's the crazy part. You can buy the luxury of silence for about $200, but most people spend that on decorative pillows instead. Let me show you how. First, add one area rug to your noisiest room. Doesn't have to be expensive, just has to have some thickness to it. The difference in echo reduction is immediate and dramatic. Hard surfaces bounce sound around like a racquetball court. Soft surfaces absorb it. That's it. That's the whole science. Second, replace one hollow core door with a solid core door. You can get them for about $150 at Home Depot. The difference in sound when it closes, night and day. That cheap hollow door sounds like you're slamming things. A solid door sounds like nothing. Just a quiet, substantial click. That's luxury. Third, install soft close hinges on your kitchen cabinets. $30 DIY project, takes an hour. Now instead of slam, slam, slam every time you cook, your cabinets close with a gentle whisper. I'm telling you, it's life-changing. Fourth, look around your house at all your hard decorative objects. Glass vases, metal sculptures, ceramic knickknacks. Every one of those is reflecting sound, creating echo, and adding to the noise level. Try this. Remove 3 hard decorative items and replace them with one textile item. A throw blanket, a fabric wall hanging, an upholstered chair. Watch how the room suddenly feels calmer. Here's a test. Close your eyes in your living room and just listen for 60 seconds. What sounds annoy you? The rattling vent? The creaky floorboard? The buzzing light fixture? Pick one, just one, and fix it this month. I talked to an architect once who said, people can't figure out why hotel rooms feel so luxurious. They think it's the thread count or the minibar. It's not. It's the silence. Their brain finally relaxes because it's not processing 100 background noises. Peace isn't something you find, it's something you design. And most people spend their whole lives trying to buy happiness through stuff, when what they really need is just quiet. So here's my question. Is it worth spending $50,000 decorating your home when $500 spent on the right elements creates more actual luxury? Most people never figure this out. They simply continue to buy more noise. So there you have it. 5 Japanese rules that create real luxury without the price tag. Embrace space, choose natural materials over synthetic junk, hide your clutter, borrow nature's free artwork, and design for silence. This isn't about spending more. It's about spending smarter and living better. Here's what I want you to do this week. Pick just one rule and implement it. Clear 30% of one room. Replace one synthetic item with something natural. Hide your countertop chaos. Move furniture to frame a window. Add one rug for quiet. Just one change. If this opened your eyes to what real luxury actually means, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell. Drop a comment saying, Japanese luxury, if you're ready to stop buying clutter and start creating peace. Want me to show you room by room how to apply these rules? Let me know which room in the comments. Remember, the wealthiest Japanese homes look almost empty. The most peaceful spaces sound almost silent. Your home should restore you, not stress you. Make it a sanctuary, not a storage unit.